What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is going on? Welcome to the first New York stream we've done here in quite some time. Trying to figure this. This mic doesn't go as loud as my setup at home for some reason. Hopefully, you guys let me know. Is the music like too loud? The background music, is it like too overpowering? Like, are we, what's it like? Are we good? Mic to music volume, is it solid? This mic is definitely not as loud though. It's good. All right, cool. Still at the warehouse? Yes, still at the warehouse. I have, we have Lucid. The Lucid guys are coming. They're going to be pulling up right after stream. So, we'll see what's going on with them. We got a few activities planned with the Lucid guys. So, they're going to be pulling up. They're going to be filming. It's going to be a good time. So just waiting for that. But let's get into price here. So pretty much nothing significant happened since we got off Asia last night. Just continued making this move lower here. I'm not gonna lie, when I was looking at price action here early in the morning, like around 8:30, I was almost convinced that we could make a move back up. But then the 8:30 news ended up going lower, and that to me was like the first sign that this is probably going to continue lower, right? So I told you guys last night that that 1 hour gap that we hit right here was pretty much the last line of defense for longs, and we had to hold this 1 hour gap if this was going to go any higher. It ended up not holding the 1 hour gap. I mean, you could tell this range here, very, very choppy and shitty range, because we inversed this 1 hour gap here, but then we went back up and re-inversed to the upside through it. So that to me, immediate sign that like price is not trading that well. We came back through, and now we are pushing lower into this lower 4 hour fair value gap that we have here. Right, we have a lower 4 hour fair value gap right here, and that's where it looks like this thing is headed. Okay, so let's see. I have a level inside of here. I have 441.5. Okay, I have officially loaded up some TPT accounts. So I'm not gonna be trading them right now because I really do not like this price action. So the TPT accounts will trade tomorrow, but if you haven't already hopped on the TPT accounts, they're 50% off right now with no activation using code key. So that's $85 all in for a 50K account. Pretty free, I'm not gonna lie, for a TPT, like pretty free account. It's pretty much as close as you're gonna get to a live account, especially when you're on a funded. So tomorrow is when we'll be trading those. For now, I'm still on my live account, but this will probably be my last day trading my live, and starting tomorrow, I will pick up the TPTs. All right, so that's the plan. That's the big plan here. But I want to see how this thing reacts as we push into this 4 hour fair value gap. If there's any chance at this thing going higher, it's got to be there. Okay, otherwise we got a long ways to go into this daily wick CE, where then we can expect a bounce, right? This daily wick CE, solid area for a bounce right here at 955. But we got a long ways to go to that. So let's see. I'm also open to trading the short too. There needs to be an entry, right? There needs to be a solid looking entry. And to me, I think the best entry would take place on a 15-minute fair value gap. right? We're about to open up the market here in 30 seconds. I think the best look here would be a push a little bit higher and then lower, right? I think that's what would be the best look. Let me confirm that NQ didn't hit that 4-hour gap. Yeah, it didn't. Okay, so neither NQ or MNQ have hit this 4-hour gap. Let's see, maybe this can bounce here at the open. Here's the open right here. Not quite the bounce that I was looking for. I think I was looking for something a little more aggressive for sure. Really don't want to go lower than 372. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't think it should go lower than like this 440. I don't think it should go lower than that. If it's bullish here. But this could just be bearish. Warehouse looks fire now. Thanks, bro. Yeah, you guys like the setup? I think the setup's sick. This setup I like a lot. Previously, I had my desk like back there, kind of in the middle, which looked good on stream, but it kind of threw off the aesthetic. I think this looks good. You can still see the cars. Somebody asked if it was a Corvette. That's not a goddamn Corvette, bro. Let's chill out. That's not a Corvette. But yeah, I think this setup's cool. I like this setup. All right, I guess we're trying to make a move a little bit higher. So maybe we do get this 15-minute gap. In this 15-minute gap, I would like to potentially look for a short down to 441. It's a Koenigsegg Jesko attack, yeah. It is a Koenigsegg, guys. What's your SMT indicator? It's called SMT Divergences V2 by out of options. That's what it's called. Okay. And boom, there is the 15-minute fair value gap. Wow, interesting. Okay, so let's see if, we can maybe get a short entry out of here. That would be cool. If not, then... Dude, I don't fucking know, bro. I don't fucking know. Price is very weird. What skateboards are on the wall? It's a bunch of skate decks that my amazing girlfriend got me for my birthday, but they're a bunch of skate decks with like cool cars on them that I like. What would be your targets for long? I mean, if I look for a long here, it's gonna be new all-time high. That's gonna be my targets. But for right now, just because of the way the structure looks, right here, lower lows, lower highs, it had a few chances to make new highs here, and it was not able to. So for now, I'm gonna look for a short, but it all depends on how we react coming out of this 15-minute fair value gap. So if this 15-minute fair value gap, we start to get this look here, then obviously I'm more inclined to take a short entry. But I'm gonna give it a few seconds to see how it reacts inside of here first. We are fully inside of this 15-minute gap now. Is your live? Yeah. I am trading my live here right now. Starting tomorrow, I will be trading 5 TPTs here with you guys. I'll pass them on stream. And then I'll show you guys pretty much how I trade them. I go a little bit more aggressive with my TPTs, but because they're 50% off right now, I think it's worth, being aggressive with them. Like more than worth being aggressive with them, because they're cheap enough. So today's the last day that I'll be trading my live. Starting tomorrow, we will be on 5 TPTs. It'll be a good time. It'll be a great time. fully engulfed this this 15-minute fair value gap, by the way. Why need to repass it? Because I'm adding another 5. So these 5 that I'm gonna have are gonna be on the next 5 that I'm opening up. These are gonna be the reserve accounts. So I only have 5 active fundeds with TPT right now. And then these next 5 that I'm gonna open will be for you guys to pass in front of you, and they'll stay on reserve for if I blow any of the 5 that I have active right now. Right, that's the one thing with TPT that's beautiful that you're able to do. You can add accounts and have them in reserve, like passed and ready to trade, pretty much. Okay, so we fully closed this 15-minute gap now. So, and that's a very, very strong candle there on the 5-minute. Very, very strong candle. So starting to, actually get a push here now. You still have the apexes? Yeah, I still have the apexes. Yep. Yep. Don't you have to trade TPTs once a week so they don't deactivate them? Not mine. I don't think so. Yeah, very, very strong move here. Very strong move. If it takes like this high here, it looks pretty good to actually reverse and go higher. I'm confused as to why I did not want to go to the lower gap when we were 10 points away, but I guess that's just price for you. It took Wyman London up to all-time high. Nice. You're not eating bananas today? No, bro. I'm at the warehouse, so we're gonna be eating some fucking goy slop this morning, bro, unfortunately. Okay, we took the high, right? It just took that high right there. So now, on a higher time frame, this is effectively breaking this series of lower lows and lower highs, right? I mean, we have like this kind of trend line resistance here that is clearly being broken to the upside. So, if we can carry some momentum in through these candles here, especially this 5-minute closure, if we can have some momentum here, this looks like a clean break to the upside, and we are officially changing the structure from lower highs, lower lows to then a higher high here, and then we would anticipate a higher low to then go and put in higher highs again. Future Sense, what's up, bro? Almost a closure here on the 5-minute. Don't you think we might go for London high? I think it's going to go higher if and now that it's breaking these highs. I think this will go for new all-time high, not just London high. It should go higher than that. It's just, are we going to get an entry here? That's going to be the main question. I would love to place an entry inside of this 5-minute. I think that's the best looking entry here. But I don't know if it's going to have enough weakness to push down another like 40, 50 points from here. Yeah, I don't think this 5 minutes coming back, boys. I do not think that 5 minutes is coming back. I'm missing a whole candle here, so that's great. That's always a great thing whenever you're missing an entire candle. Let me reload. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I need a pull. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get a 5-minute pullback here. From the closure right now, we're about 50 points away. Close to 50 points away from this gap. So I don't think we get the 5-minute gap, but maybe... I don't know. We don't even have a 1-minute gap here. That's the problem. Yeah, make sure everybody's liking up the stream, bro. Everybody like up the stream. You should sign up for Ninja Trader competition and live streaming. What's the Ninja Trader competition? 15-minute CSD. Yes. Yeah. So we do have a 15-minute CSD out of the 4-hour gap. Only thing is, bro, we hit this 4-hour gap like back here at 10 p.m., right? And we got a 15-minute CSD back here, and it did not play out. So I'm not trying to take another 15-minute CSD out of the same gap. I was trying to take one out of the lower one. We didn't go there for whatever reason. So gonna have to look for a different kind of entry here. Look at this. So we are pulling back to that same high that we just broke to the upside. I think it's worth trying a small size here. I'm trying a 5 micro here on the longs. Look for a better entry if we get close to the stop. This is on my live account. Again, if you guys don't know how I trade my live account, I'm definitely a little more ballsy with this account. It's definitely just more play money. So just, you know, this is a trade. If I was taking this on prop firms, I would only take this on an eval. This live account, I'm going a little bit, you know, a little ballsy just because we have a lot of room to play. I've taken over 6 figures from this live account just this year. So, I'm trying out this with 5 micros. So basically half size, on a pullback to the same high we just broke, right? Stop loss is this low where we have that 5-minute gap, which can deliver. We can get a better entry out of there pretty much. So my stop is down there. And I guess let's see how this goes. I'm trying to see new all-time highs out of this, right? New all-time highs is what I'm looking for now. This is because of Nvidia. Okay, so this is pretty much the first area where we can TP at all. This is London highs. This is pretty much the start of this trend line resistance that we had here. The entire low resistance liquidity ends here. Can we continue pushing? Do you use order flow? No, I don't. This 4-hour looks really good. 4-hour looks actually very good. 1-hour looks great as well. We just need to see closures like this across the board, and we should see all-time highs. Should see a new all-time high. Nice push. Starting to see some momentum here through these highs. It's pretty much what we want to see. The main thing I'm worried about is I want to see momentum through the London high. So if we can get momentum through this London high, I will hold full position. If we kind of start dying out around this London high, I will start taking some of my position off. ES took all-time high. Yeah, I know. NQ needs to take it, though. NQ needs to take it still. We clean buy model here. Okay. Still a nice push. Nothing changes there. Nice. We just cracked this high. Actually, no, we did not. We're just short of cracking this high here. We do have SMT with ES though, yes. Okay, took this high right here. So this is just a random high that we had here. Just want to see how we react to these as we start taking these internal highs. Important one again is going to be the London high. And almost. There we go. There's the London high. Let's see what this does here. We have a 4-hour wick CE here as well. There's the 4-hour wick CE. Nice push through these highs. Very nice push. Very nice push. Very nice push, guys. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. I love to see that. I absolutely love to see that. I'm going to start taking some off on this trade. I took 2 off. I got 3 left, and my stop's going to break even now. A little bit higher just to cover fees. Very, very nice. Okay, so free trade now pretty much. No matter what, we come out green. So as long as there's momentum through this, it should deliver to new all-time high. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Fire trade there. Fire trade. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Can we get new all-time high here? Can we get new all-time high here? W trade, I'm out 1,300. Let's fucking go, Yasi. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's looking like a great New York first New York session back. It's looking great. It's looking great. Happy to bring the New York sessions back. 50-point TP. Let's go, bro. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. Job not finished, guys. We're almost there. It's close. It's getting very, very close to this all-time high. We got to create a new all-time high here to finish this trade out. Been in long since 512. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. Fire. That was an awesome trade. Why do you not come live every day? Dude, I usually go live in Asia. I used to go live New York and Asia, but New York started to kind of suck. But recently I've been seeing that New York is picking up some better price action again. So we're officially back. So there will be 2 streams here on YouTube. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me pause the music for this because I made this announcement last night, but I feel like not enough people heard. So, guy goes FOMO ad trade, bro. You suck at trading. Just say that. All right. So New York streams are back. So we're going to do like New York 9:15 a.m. ish. And Asia streams will still be here, obviously. So those are 9:30. So 2 streams on New York. And then we're doing the New York PM streams now as well. But those will only be in the free Discord. So inside of the free Discord, going to do the New York PM streams. If you guys are not already in the free Discord, just ! Discord in the chat here. It'll give you the little link to join the free Discord. Completely free. Literally don't have to do anything for it. Or you could just go discord.gg/Cobra Trading LLC like this. And this will give you the free Discord as well. Okay, so either one. Join the free Discord if you're not in there already. We're going to be doing more giveaways, like more account giveaways in there. On top of the New York PM streams, which are going to be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, New York PM streams. Can you explain your entry? Yeah, okay. So let me explain this, right? Because people are like, oh, it's a FOMO ass entry, like blah, blah, whatever. Listen. Okay, so once you look at price trade in New York every day for 7 years straight, you get a pretty good understanding of how New York generally moves, right? So my initial entry that I had planned out was going to be a 5-minute pullback, 5-minute FVG pullback, right? So it was this fair value gap right here. This fair value gap right here is where I was planning an entry at. However, once I saw this closure here, I knew that there was almost no chance that we were going to come back down to this 5-minute fair value gap, right? It's New York. We have a ton of momentum, right, to the upside. We have a lot of low resistance liquidity here. So I already can infer that this is not going to get a deep enough pullback for me to get like a 5-minute entry, right? So the only thing I can rely on here would be a 1-minute entry. On the 1 minute, there's also pretty much nothing, right? So the only entry here that makes sense, which is actually, and it's still is a good entry, is going to be this high that we broke, right? Just pretty much a retest of the same high that we broke here. And so that's where my entry took place. So I waited for a retest of this high, see if we could get a bounce from this high. This is like bare bones trading, right? This is back to the basics, like support and resistance. And saw a nice reaction off this high at 940 here. Got in half size, right? Not full size, not a full size trade, still a half size trade. Got in off of that, and that was it. Okay. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Okay, almost to this all-time high level. Almost to the all-time high level. What would you be looking for once we put a new all-time high? I'm just looking to TP. That's it. Just looking to TP. Hold on, we need some music back. No music. If you were not in this trade, I meant, would it be continuations back up? What do you mean, would it be continuations back up? So we're holding this previous London high that we broke. Pretty much what we want to see is us continue to wick this. As long as we wick this and don't close a body underneath, solid look. We actually just tapped into a 5-minute fair value gap. That's the first tap of a 5-minute PD array. What's the name of the indicator showing SMT? It is SMT divergences V2 by out of options. Out of options. Still wicking through this London high. I just want to see it continue to wick through. Got a minute and a, well, actually like 2 minutes left until this 5-minute closes. My stop loss is underneath this 5-minute gap here. So if we close underneath this 5-minute gap, or we, wick underneath this 5-minute gap, I will get stopped in profit on the remainder of this position. About 20 Apex with Koki. Let's go, bro. They are 90% off right now. So W. I took a vibe entry around open when I saw 455 seems solid. 6 micros, 2 runs left. Yeah. Look, this is something that I've stressed to you guys since the start of this year. If you used to watch my streams, this is the one thing I used to hammer and try to like drill into people's heads. If you have the draw on liquidity right, okay, so if you can accurately identify a draw on liquidity in any session, then your actual entry does not matter as much, right? It just matters that you are correct about the draw on liquidity, because eventually the market will push to that point. Okay, so your entry becomes almost irrelevant as long as you're trading a proper RR, right? As long as you're trading a proper risk to reward multiple, then your entry itself can be completely irrelevant as long as the draw on liquidity is correct, okay? So I think there's too many people that just don't know how to, I guess, accurately identify a draw on liquidity. And if that's you, and if you can't identify bias properly, and you're in like you're in a position where like you don't properly know how to identify your bias, or just break down a higher time frame at all. Okay, so stopped in profit there. Let's see, maybe this comes back to this fair value gap here, right here. Wouldn't be a bad re-entry into new all-time highs. I will watch that. I will watch that. Anyways, like I said, like I was saying, you can watch the day, I think 8 I have on my 30-day series. I think it's day 8. I explain higher time frame bias in my 30-day series there. It's completely free. Right here, go to the playlists on YouTube. Go watch that 30-day series, day 8. That will help you with higher time frame a lot. Bought 6 Apexes last night with your code, and I'm stacked with 10, and 4 of them have 2 payouts already. Hell yeah, bro. Let's go. Fire. WWW. Yeah, the only other entry that I see myself taking here, if I do take anything else, is going to be from this middle 15-minute, or sorry, this middle 5-minute gap, or this 15-minute. We closed this 15-minute in 3 minutes, so this 15-minute as well. That would be pretty much the only re-entry that I see myself taking. But I'm happy with that trade there. Read last messages. 1 minute flow model to, yeah, that's, yeah, right here. This 15-minute gap to 1. Yeah. Yeah. Just got my Lucid account past first eval. Let's go, bro. Fire. Congrats. Do you have time frame when we'll be finishing the 30-day mini course? I don't really have a time frame, bro. It's kind of tough because I have videos that I'm working on for the premium Discord. I have videos that I'm working on here for YouTube. Like there's a lot happening, so I'm kind of just doing the 30-day mini series whenever I have some time. I'll work on some videos for that. It's not, it's just kind of whenever it's, I guess, whenever I have some time. Top of the morning to you. What's up, man? What's up? Good morning. Would you look to take anything else today? Yeah, bro. This 15-minute gap, 15-minute to 1 minute flow model to the upside. That's the only thing I would take today here. Besides the trade that I just closed out for a little bit of profit. Minute and a half left on this thing here. Let me check my phone. What are the odds this reverses all the way back down, right? If that's the case, if we break this low, if we break the New York low, I'm done for the day. Better not break the New York low. Or that's it. We out of here. This is a heavy looking candle now. So this 1 hour just went from looking really, really good to looking really, really shit. We came up, we hit that 4 hour wick CE, and it looks to be rejecting that right now. Did not push up into the all-time high there. Yeah, very, very heavy 15-minute here. Like extremely heavy 15-minute here. We have our 10 a.m. here. So new candles across the board, but I do not like this 15-minute gap as much anymore. Just because of how heavy this last 1 hour is, the way this last 4 hour looks, like very, very heavy candles. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Came back down. We did tap this inverse gap right here. I was hoping to maybe tap that fresh open gap. I would have preferred that. Let's see, let's see. Definitely some weird price action here, bro. Weird price action. We get a 1 minute change in state above this right here. Only problem is now you would have a negative risk to reward. Okay, it's 0.99. It's literally almost 1-to-1 to all-time high from the change in state. It's almost 1-to-1, and you guys know how I feel about 1-to-1s. Not the biggest fan of a 1-to-1, bro. Nice recovery there, though. Nice recovery. I'm still not a big fan of how these last candles closed, bro. Not a big fan of that. But we are about to close this. I don't think I'm going to be taking this. But if you were to, this is what it would look like. You would have an entry right there. This would be your entry. And maybe you could de-risk a little bit, like by putting your stop loss here. It's not by much, and it's still very close to a 1-to-1. So I'm going to sit this out. I'm not going to take this entry, but I'll just tape read this long. We do have a change in state of delivery there from a 15-minute inverse fair value gap. Not quite the gap that we wanted right here. Inverse gap. So yeah, I don't like this that much, so I'm not taking this. No execution here for me, just watching. Guess we'll see how it goes. What's your opinion on executing on ES? I don't execute on ES, bro. I don't like ES. Why not? I just don't like how it moves, dude. I don't like how it moves. I think NQ's the better one to trade. If you're gonna do it. Options then banging, is it? I haven't seen it. Oh, nice. Futures. Let's go, futures. Tens. I like how you move. Okay, William. You are weird for that, but all right. You're a peculiar little fellow, aren't you, William? Let me just put up here, not in this trade, just tape reading. Before somebody asks me if I'm in this trade or not. I am not in this trade. Just tape reading this. Will goes, are you in this? Will, I may or may not just ban you for life from this chat, bro. I'm considering it right now. Highly considering. Is tape reading secret for full porting? Well, there's no fucking secret for full porting. You just don't full port. You don't think the high is in? It could be. It could be in. We are rejecting from like a valid level. It's not like this rejection is completely invalid. We're rejecting from this 4-hour Wixie. So we have strong resistance up here. Hence the rejection. So it could be in. I mean, I'm banking on it going a little bit higher. Right? I'm banking on new all-time high here. But I could be wrong. But that's why I'm not in this trade. The trade that I wanted, I already got out of it. What size of the counter are you going to pass tomorrow? So the accounts that I'm trading with TPT starting tomorrow are going to be 50Ks. I only trade 50Ks across all my prop firms. I used to be a 150K fan, and now not so much. I like the 50Ks a little bit more. So, yeah, I will be only trading the 50Ks. If you are somebody who likes 150s more, by all means, go right ahead. You know, that's your call to make, but I'll be doing 50s. 150K just isn't worth the price you pay. Yeah. I mean, it's not even that. Like, to some people, it's for sure worth the price because you get a larger drawdown, right? So it depends on the kind of trader you are. For me, 50K it's nice, especially with TPT, because it's very, very close to 1-to-1, right? Pass to fail. It's very close to 1-to-1. So it's easy passing them, and it's also pretty easy getting past the buffer because on TPT specifically, there's no consistency, there's no minimum, like there's no rules at all, right? Like 0 rules when you're on the funded portion. So it's very easy to just size heavy the first few trades and get past buffer and essentially have nothing stopping you, nothing in your way at all to getting your payout. Is Wixie valid until 50% hit? What is that? What do you mean? Lucid 25K, do you have to trade every day? You don't have to trade every day. Is 25K worth it? I don't ever buy 25Ks. I don't think I've ever bought a 25K in my life. So I don't know. I'm going to say 50Ks are the best, bro. That's what I trade. Is all alpha accounts EOD? Alpha accounts are end of day drawdown. Yeah. Alpha, I don't know if they're running a promo right now or not, but you guys can use code key for Alpha as well and see what discount it gives you. Whatever the best discount is running right now, you'll get with my code. Most ones you get 3. Yeah, yeah, I'm on yours. Yeah, I agree, bro. To me, I think 150s are... I think 50s are probably the best. 25k TPTs? Okay, so this is something I've been hearing, right? Usually, the other firms, 25Ks are not that great. But with TPT, I think the 25Ks are cool because they're actually 1-to-1. Like, quite literally 1-to-1. What's the pass and fail, right? What's Sparhawk? You probably know better than I do. Is it 1500 pass and fail or is it 2000? I think it should be 1500, right? 1500, yeah. So 1500 pass fail, 1-to-1. Very, very, very nice. Like, not bad at all. Longs incoming, maybe? I don't know. I'm not taking them. I'm not taking them. I'm just watching this tape read that I have here. Yeah, 25k is not bad too, but I still think 50k will forever stay the GOAT. You're going live tomorrow also? Yeah, guys. I'm going live tomorrow as well. I'll be live tomorrow as well. But guys, I'm going to be live every day, okay? Every day. New York and Asia. Unless I pre-announce that I'm not going to be live for whatever reason, I will be here. If you missed the announcement earlier, the free Discord is now going to have New York PM streams as well. So if that's something that you guys want and are interested in, maybe if it's just to even pull up and learn, not necessarily to trade, they're going to be completely for free inside of my free Discord. So join up if you're not already in. Exclamation mark Discord command, and just pull up. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we will be running New York PM streams. Key here, giving the best overall market info on the net that I know of. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Use 10 a.m. open. The actual price it opened at as a confluence. Yeah, because I trade the 4-hour PO3. So, like, to me, this is why I stayed away from longing this in general, because this 4-hour is not the best looking 4-hour for upside here. Not the best looking 4-hour for upside. So, yeah, absolutely. Because it tapped Wixie the 15-minute. This is not a valid Wixie. If this is the one you're talking about here. This is not a valid Wixie here. It has to sweep liquidity in some way on that time frame. We have not swept any liquidity for this candle. So this is not a valid Wixie. The valid Wixie would be here, right? This one, this bearish Wixie would be a valid Wixie. This is not. I mean, hey, this tape read's coming back to life, I guess. Trying to, maybe. How do you feel about internal low sweep, 15-minute tap, and RB tap off that to go long? Brother, I'm not entirely sure about that one. Not entirely sure about that one. Only reason why is because we'll have like pretty much freshly flipped this 4-hour green to red. So like at that point, I'm not sure if I'm like super keen on longing. To be honest, I don't see myself taking another trade here today. I don't see myself taking another trade here today. This 1-to-1 here is like the closest that I would have taken to a trade. Apart from that, I don't think there's going to be anything else here for me today. Watch this 15-minute wick CE here as well. If this thing wants to go up and reject, but this thing's back to break even here, so somehow it is surviving. Overall, how many setups do you trade? Usually like 1 to 2 per session, if anything. This just twerked on the 15-minute gap and left. Yeah, it kind of did the same thing with the 4-hour down here, bro. It just twerked on it and left. Kind of disappointing, but I guess that's just the way it is. This tape read here, this 1-to-1 tape read, that entry is based off of this 15-minute inversion as opposed to the 15-minute gap here. I would have preferred to see the gap. If we hit the gap, I would have taken another trade. We did not, so there is no other trade for me here today. I will just be tape reading this 1-to-1 long. Could you explain what wick CE is valid? If you guys are still confused about wick CE and rejection blocks, I have an entire video explaining rejection blocks and wick CE and how to properly use them and which ones to use, and it's my gold video. So if you go to my YouTube channel, right, go to videos, and it's the video that I have on gold. You use literally the same exact concept that I teach for gold and apply it here to NASDAQ or really any other indices. No DJ this morning? I know, bro. No DJ. Dude, I feel like DJ in the morning, it might be a little too much, bro. That's like, I don't know. I don't think so, bro. I think that's doing way too much. So no DJs in the morning, bro. It's a little crazy. We're still waking up? Yeah, exactly. It's way too early, bro. Way too early for one of them. Background tracks are fire. Yeah, exactly. Nice and calm, not too much. Which prop doesn't require the buffer to have payout? Lucid. Lucid does not require buffer. What else? Alpha Futures doesn't require buffer. Tradeify doesn't require buffer. All-time high. Yeah, this might go. This might do it. If it's gonna reject, it'll be this 15-minute wick CE, which is at 653. So if it's gonna reject, it rejects 653 and goes lower. If it does not reject 653, which to me I don't think it will, because it would have already this 4-hour wick CE should have been the one to play, but it did not. So I think new all-time high for sure here. I think new all-time high. Let's see, we're almost at that 15-minute wick CE. There it is. There's the 15-minute wick CE. So if a rejection is coming, needs to do it here, like right now. Little bit of a rejection. The best way to know if a rejection is, like, you know, valid or invalid is look at the lower time frame, right? So right now we have these two 1-minute gaps. Basically, you want to watch these 1-minute gaps and see how price reacts to those. Do we trade into them? Do we bounce if we trade into them? Are we starting to cut through and potentially close through them, right? That will tell you if that 15-minute is going to reject or if it's going to bounce and go higher. Best way to tell. So far, we have not tapped into those 1 minutes yet. So technically, a pretty solid look across the board. Tap that 15-minute, or sorry, 15-minute, tap that 1 minute. Tap that 1 minute. Need to create a new high here. As long as we create a new high here, we know we have a lot of bullish momentum. We know it's good. There we go, new high. New high has been made. Beautiful. So continues higher. What? Sorry, I was on a call, guys. I was on a call. McLaren backdrop is goated. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you, thank you. We're not gonna say anything about the Raptor though. No Raptor love. CE week Loki playing. Yeah, kind of for sure. Again, we want to see how these 1 minute gaps react. So like if we this 1 minute closes in 35 seconds, right? If we inverse through both of these here, not a good look, right? Not a good look. Just want to see how it reacts to these 1 minutes. Just opened up a TPT account with code key. Gonna try it. I think you'll like TPT as well, Yasi. The only complaint that people have with TPT is the trailing drawdown. But again, you got to make 2 grand on 50Ks. Once you're past 2 grand buffer, no more. Literally no rules. No rules at all. Okay, so we just hit the inverse of both of these 1 minute gaps. So personally, if I was in this trade, I would be out there, right? I'd probably be out there because we should not have inversed those. I like Raptors, but TRX is my dream truck. Dude, the Raptor is just way more... It's just way better at doing what the TRX and the Raptor are marketed to be able to do. That's the thing. Raptor R, TRX, Raptor. The only thing with TRX, bro, is that that truck cannot off-road. It will break. The second you take it off-roading, it'll break. So if you are going to use the trucks for their intended purpose at any point in your ownership, the TRX is just the wrong one to get. Code key, use it to buy TPT, but not a PDF format of your strategy. You have to claim it. So if you used code key on not just TPT, but any firm, and you haven't claimed the free PDF yet, just do !PDF in the chat, and you'll get a link to go claim the PDF. How do you make your candle that big? Yeah, this is a ICT HTF candles by Fadi. This is an indicator. And so I just have these 3 time frames overlaid here. If 5 minute inverses, this is gone. Yeah, 100%. Because then that means that this 15 minute wick CE is indeed playing out, right? That's what that means. And I already told you guys this 4 hour does not look the best to continue higher. I'm honestly surprised that we got the rejection here when we did. I fully expected that 4 hour wick CE to just get disrespected. We were close enough to these all-time highs. We were 10 points away. Actually, it was 9 points away from new all-time high, and it rejected. How to manage taxes with payouts? Good question. So I'm not a CPA, right, at all. But what I can tell you is the best thing you can do is have like more saved for taxes than not enough, and have to file for extensions and like all that stuff and just delay taxes. So the best thing that you can do is I would save out of your payout. I would save for taxes at least 30%. If you put away at least 30% for taxes, you'll be set when it comes time to actually pay, right? And there's, if you know, you're 1099 as a trader with a prop firm, and there's a lot of benefits to that, right? You can write off a lot of things, especially if you're one of those people that's trading under an LLC. You can write off a ton of things. You can write off your eval costs. You can write off your trading setup. You can write off a ton of things. And this is something that you probably want to talk to a CPA more about. But there's a lot of benefits to being 1099. There's also all-time high so long until you're wrong. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And you wouldn't have been wrong yet. I mean, if you longed a daily 4-hour or 1-hour gap, at 1 hour you would have been wrong a few times. 4-hour you wouldn't really have been wrong, right? Because even this 4-hour here, let me turn off these executions real quick. 4-hour, even if you entered here, like technically this 4-hour we never closed below. So, I mean, you'd still be in it and you'd still be green. Technically, you'd be all right. 5 minute is trying to hold some support here. Do you recommend blowing your account before getting the 5th and final payout with Lucid, or just going live with them? That's your call, bro. That's your call. If you think going live with them is worth it for you, then go live. Yeah, it's trying to bounce this 5 minute gap, which is pretty good look. We like that. I just want to see all-time high out of this. That's it. That's all I want. Nice look here. So essentially, if I was still in this trade, which I wouldn't be at this point, if I was still in this trade, I would have a stop loss at this low, right? Because if we go through this low here, we will inverse this gap. Bro is confusing. How am I confusing? Can you explain what going live is? Is it real money instead of prop? And how's it going to be the same amount as your prop balance? Yeah, so it is real money instead of prop. Oftentimes with live, you still have rules, right? You still have rules you have to adhere to. The reason why people don't like live as much is because you lose with most prop firms going live, you lose the ability to copy trade several accounts at a time. Okay, so if you have 5 accounts that you're trading, right? If you have 5 50Ks, okay, that's like having 5 $2,000 live accounts. Okay, if you go live, you don't get 5 times 2, which is 10,000. You don't get a $10,000 live account. You get a $2,000 live account, and then you have to build that. And the problem with that is it's infinitely more difficult to trade the same way you were trading on those 50Ks on one singular $2,000 live account and make the same amount of money, right? So you end up making less money until you start really sizing up. Okay. So you go from basically, imagine going from 5 50Ks and copy trading and getting 5 payouts to, or sorry, getting 5 payouts is 1 payout basically. And then going down to essentially 1 50K account, right? So it's going to be harder to make the same amount of money. Now, there are some firms like TPT, for example, where when you go live with them, it's actually worth it because TPT will give you 5 live accounts for 5 prop firm accounts that you have. Okay, so if you have 5 prop firm accounts with TPT and you go live, you will get 5 $2,000 live accounts. And that is worth it. Okay, but any other time, it's really not worth it. It's not. Live account is not worth it. At that point, I would be like, yo, just give me my payout. I will go start my own live account with my own money where I don't have to follow your rules for a $2,000 fucking balance on a live, right? Because then you need to start sizing up a lot, bro. If you have, like, just do the math, okay? 5 accounts, let's say a $2,000 payout, okay? So 5 accounts times 2,000 is 10 grand, right? Let's say you can do that. Let's say you do that once a month. Okay, so you make 10 grand once a month on 5 accounts. You only need to make $2,000 per account per month. That's not hard. Okay. On one live, you actually need to make the full $10,000 from 2K. So you need to size up by a lot, right? And risk a lot more to make that money. That's the reason why people don't like lives. Hope that makes sense. What's the rules on live? It depends which firm. Does Lucid not let you go live with 5 accounts though? I'm not sure. From what I understand, no. I haven't went live with TPT, or sorry, with Lucid yet. Or Tradeify. Tradeify, I don't really trade as much anymore. I kind of put Tradeify on the back burner. The main ones that I'll trade is Apex, TPT, Lucid. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that. Any long? Yeah, I literally tape read this long, like at 10 a.m. long time ago. Lucy, you can have 5 accounts if you have the other 4 active when the first one goes live. Okay, yeah, so same as TPT then. Makes sense. Is there a reason you don't trade Tradeify? No, no reason. I just like Apex, TPT, and Lucid the best. Not to say Tradeify is not as good, but, you know, I don't like having that many. I don't trade all my prop firm accounts together. Like some people, I trade them like each prop at a time. And then I also have a live account that I trade, right? So it becomes too much to manage. So I just picked the 3 of the best ones that I like. And that's the ones I stick to for now. Do you trade orb strategy? No, I don't trade orb. I do not trade the orb. This is looking pretty solid. Like the 5-minute held up. 5-minute held up very nicely. New high here, and there you go. New high. There you go. I really don't see much of a reason for this to reject here. Like, if this rejects, then this is just some bullshit. But it should not reject. This should go to all-time high from here. Do we always have to line a higher time frame gap with a... I assume you meant lower time frame gap? No, you don't always have to. No. More often than not, a higher time frame gap will have a lower time frame gap inside of it. If it's like a 4-hour or 1 hour, more often than not, it'll have one. But you do not have to line up a lower time frame gap, no. Aim for more than all-time high. Well, the only thing with more than all-time high is you have no idea when it's going to stop, right? So all-time high, like we have data up here. To this point, we have data, right? So it's safe to target this all-time high. Anything past this, you have literally no clue where it's going to go. So if you wanted to, yeah, you could. But the best way to do that is just, you know, trail your stop loss and just stay in the trade. What's the difference between your FDT model and top to bottom model? What the fuck is top to bottom model? FDT is just top and bottom ticks. That's what it is. Like yesterday, 4-hour gap and had a 1-hour chop at that level. Yeah. Dude, I'm not going to lie. The delivery out of this 4-hour gap was some of the most disgusting delivery I think I've ever seen out of any higher time frame gap in my life. So, yeah, this was for sure some, like, really, really horrible delivery, because I was watching this like during Asia. I was watching it when I woke up in the morning, and absolutely fucking terrible delivery. Like, I never want to see some delivery like that again coming out of a bullish 4-hour for value gap. You know, nasty delivery for sure. But it is OPEX, so what are you gonna do? Yeah, if this does not reach all-time high here, Netanyahu got the reins, bro. Netanyahu got the reins. We're calling it a day. You reckon I keep my full TP at all-time high? Should I leave one runner? You can leave one runner if you want. I think it's nice to leave runners and trail your stop loss pretty aggressively. The best thing to do. Up 1400 on my TBT I just got. Let's go, Yazi. Dude, holy fuck, you're a killer. Let's go. How do I control emotions and avoid bad trading habits like over trading or revenge trading? Dude, it's just a matter of, like, it's literally just a matter of having the discipline to follow your own rules. Because majority of you guys who do have bad trading habits and overtrade or revenge trade, you guys know what you're doing wrong, right? And you know the solution to your problem too. You just don't do it. Okay? So, like, you know what to do. Just do the thing. Just do what you need to do. I mean, like, you guys just gotta take trading serious, right? You can't treat trading as something that you're doing for fun, because if you treat this as something that you're just doing for fun, then you're going to overtrade, you're going to revenge trade, and you're going to have all these bad habits when it comes to trading, right? Also, the biggest thing, number one biggest thing, is just not being attached to money. Not being attached to money, right? Detaching yourself from money will solve just like almost every single issue, right? 99.9% of problems that you'll have in trading can be solved by just detaching yourself from the money, the monetary aspect of trading, and just trade to take good trades, right? Trade to get good at trading. And once you do that and you shift your mindset to that, the money will just follow, right? Money is literally just going to follow. That's it. I got in a short today at 10 a.m. Got out at break even because it wasn't going my way. Nice. Would you ever date another day trader? Fuck no. My girl is not allowed to day trade, bro. I would never date anybody else, but yeah, my girl asked me if she could trade and if I could teach her. I was like, no, sorry, can't do it. When do you apply flow model instead of top to bottom? I don't know why you keep calling it top to bottom. What the fuck is top to bottom? When do I apply it? Whenever it's applicable. Like whenever I feel like I want to wait for more of a confirmation, I will trade the flow model, right? If I'm not as confident in price, I'll wait for flow model because it's a confirmation model, right? If I'm more confident in my draw and confident in price, then I will trade FDT. Garage stream sick. Thanks, bro. It's okay. I'll teach her. Nah. You can make double the money? No. Nope. No. No thanks. I'm good. I'll pass. Come on, bro. We're 10 points away. We're 10 points away from this all-time high here now. We broke past the previous high that we made here, so we have a new New York high. Like, let's just get there. When you have consecutive FVGs in a higher time frame, like 2 or 3, how do you know which one is going to deliver? Maybe you have an entry, but then it stops you out to go to the other one. Yeah, it happens. It can happen. You don't really know which one is going to deliver, right? You use the one that delivers, or that shows you a buy model. So, or buy or sell model, right? So if a MMXM presents at the first gap, then that's the one you take. If MMXM presents at the second gap, that's the one you take, right? It also has a lot to do with context, okay? So with that, I mean like momentum, right? Price and momentum. So if price looks like this, Actually, let's go like this, okay? Where we have two gaps, okay? But we're clearly very strong. Do we expect price to come all the way down here before it hits a buy side level? Probably not, right? Because we have a lot of bullish momentum here. So I would not expect price to come all the way down to this one. I would buy from this one, pretty much. Okay. Did we hit all-time high? We hit all-time high, guys. Fucking finally. Holy shit, bro. How ridiculous was that? Like, how ridiculous was this? Insane. Today was, I'm not going to lie to you guys, one of the worst days when it came to price action in a long time. Just overall, from Asia to New York, one of the worst. I don't understand why you have fewer viewership. You're great explaining yourself with good understanding of the PA. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully, as we continue doing more New York, you know, it'll grow more. Asia, we get a decent amount of views, but you know, definitely will look to get more in New York soon. Anyways, that's pretty much it for me today. First time watching, great content so far. Thank you, bro. I will be live tomorrow as well, New York and Asia. So I'll be live tonight for Asia, and then tomorrow for New York and Asia as well, right? Daily streams are back. Tomorrow I will be on for New York PM as well, with 9 inside of the free Discord. So if you're not already in the free Discord, make sure you guys join the free Discord. You can either do !Discord in the chat here, or it's just discord.gg/Cobra Trading LLC. So make sure you guys join up. It's completely for free. We're going to be doing PM streams in there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So tomorrow we'll have PM streams. If I buy TPT and follow you, I hope I'll make it to payout. I mean, I'll be trading them here in front of you guys. So if I get a payout, you guys get a payout. If you follow the trades. Garage tour. Can't really do a garage tour, bro. My camera's fixed right here. But I have this room right here. So obviously I have my trading setup here. We got like a little seating area. Nice little cozy corner. Obviously the cars go in the back. Okay, that's the whole floor. Main floor. Cars are back there. Good stuff. And then we have a full loft upstairs with full another setup, basically like a full room. So yeah, what time are you back on tonight? I do Asia at 9:30, guys. I do Asia at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That's all I have. Love you all. I'll see you guys tonight and tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day.